What daily life was really like in 1956 Britain. Imagine waking before sunrise to the rattle of a milk bottle on your doorstep. The house is cold, the kettle takes time to boil. Outside, a narrow street slowly fills with bicycles, buses, and factory whistles. This was daily life in Britain in 1956. Not glamorous, not easy, but deeply familiar to millions who lived it. Long before smartphones, supermarkets, or streaming screens, ordinary routines shaped everyday British life. Small habits defined the rhythm of the nation, and once you step into this world, you begin to understand how different and strangely fascinating life in 1950s Britain really was. 1. The day began with coal fires and cold rooms. Morning in 1956. Britain rarely started with warmth. Many homes still relied on coal fireplaces as their main source of heat, and the first task of the day was often lighting the fire. Bedrooms were frequently cold, especially during winter months. Frost sometimes gathered on the inside of windowpanes. Children often dressed quickly under thick blankets before stepping onto icy floorboards. Downstairs, someone in the house would kneel beside the fireplace grate, carefully building a new fire from coal, paper, and kindling. It took patience. A few failed attempts were common before the flames finally caught. You could smell the result across entire streets. Coal smoke drifted slowly above rows of terraced houses, giving many towns their distinctive morning scent. Once the fire burned steadily, the house slowly warmed. The kettle went on. The day officially began. 2. The milkman and the sound of glass bottles. One of the most familiar sounds in British neighbourhoods during the 1950s was the gentle clink of glass bottles. The milkman arrived early, often before most people were awake. Driving a small electric milk float, he moved quietly along residential streets, stopping outside nearly every house. Glass bottles of fresh milk were placed on doorsteps or in metal holders attached to garden gates. Many families left empty bottles out to be collected and replaced with full ones. The cream naturally rose to the top of the milk, forming a thick layer that many children loved to scoop into their tea or cereal. In addition to milk, some households also received eggs, butter, or even bread through the same morning delivery system. It was such a normal part of daily life in 1950s Britain that many people could recognize the milk float by sound alone. And as the milk arrived, kitchens began filling with activity. 3. Breakfast was simple but filling. Breakfast in 1956. Britain reflected practicality more than luxury. Tea was essential. Strong black tea brewed in a teapot was poured into thick ceramic cups and often kept warm under a knitted tea cozy. Sugar and milk were usually added generously. For many families, breakfast included toast with butter or jam, porridge, or cereal such as cornflakes. These were quick and affordable options before the day's work began. Working men who faced physically demanding jobs often ate larger breakfasts. Fried eggs, sausages, bacon, grilled tomatoes, and baked beans were common on plates before heading out the door. Children sometimes ate quickly before walking to school with friends from nearby streets. One smell many people still associate with everyday British life in the 1950s is toast warming beside a coal fire. Soon after breakfast, towns across the country came alive. 4. Streets filled with workers and buses. By mid-morning, Britain's towns and cities were in full motion. Factories, shipyards, steelworks, and workshops employed huge numbers of workers during the 1950s. Many people walked or cycled to work, especially in industrial towns where workplaces were close to residential neighbourhoods. Public transport was also essential. Double-decker buses moved steadily along main roads, packed with passengers heading into town centres or factory districts. Cars were far less common than they are today. Many streets had only 1 or 2 vehicles parked along the entire row of houses. Because of this, streets felt more open and quieter. Children could sometimes play outside without the constant flow of traffic. Delivery vans stopped outside shops, shopkeepers swept their doorways, and newspaper vendors displayed morning headlines. Everyday life in Britain in 1956 moved at a slower, steadier pace. Meanwhile, children were already settling into school for the day. 5. School life was strict and structured. School life in 1956. Britain followed clear rules and firm discipline. Teachers expected respect and order in the classroom. Pupils often stood when the teacher entered the room, and lessons were conducted in a structured, formal style. Uniforms were common. Boys might wear blazers, ties, and short trousers, while girls often wore dresses or skirts with cardigans. Writing was usually done with fountain pens dipped in ink. Exercise books filled with neat handwriting and arithmetic were carefully checked by teachers. Playground time offered a break from the seriousness of lessons. Children played games like skipping, marbles, or football during recess. Despite strict rules, school formed an important part of daily life in 1950s Britain, shaping friendships and routines for millions of children. When the final bell rang in the afternoon, another familiar routine began. 6. The corner shop was the heart of the community. Before large supermarkets became widespread, small corner shops were central to everyday shopping in Britain. These neighbourhood stores stocked basic household items: bread, tea, sugar, flour, soap, and newspapers. Many families visited the same shop several times a week. Shopkeepers often knew customers personally. It wasn't unusual for purchases to be written down in a small ledger and paid for later. Inside the shop, glass jars filled with colourful sweets sat along wooden shelves. Children might spend a few pennies on licorice sticks, sherbet dips, or small toffees. Because shops were small and local, they became important social spaces. Neighbours exchanged news while waiting in line or chatting with the shopkeeper. Daily life in Britain in the 1950s revolved around these small, familiar places. By late afternoon, families gradually returned home. 7. Evenings revolved around the family. Evenings in 1956. Britain were much quieter than modern life. After returning from work or school, families gathered in the living room, often around the warmth of the coal fire. Dinner typically included hearty meals such as meat and vegetables, pies or stews. Meals were simple but filling. Conversation played a big role in family life. People talked about work, school events, and neighbourhood news. Entertainment options were limited compared with today. Some families listened to the radio, which remained extremely popular during the 1950s. Others played board games, read books, or completed small household chores. Television existed, but was still not present in every home. As the evening continued, the pace of the day slowly slowed down. 8. Nights were darker and streets were quiet. By late evening, most towns across Britain became calm and quiet. Shops closed early and streets emptied as families returned indoors. Streetlights cast soft pools of light along narrow roads lined with terraced houses. Inside homes, people prepared for the next day. Clothes were ironed, shoes polished, and school bags packed. Many households ended the evening with another cup of tea before heading to bed. Without bright screens or constant digital noise, nights felt darker and more peaceful. Coal fires gradually burned down to glowing embers, and the house slowly cooled again. Soon the entire street fell silent, until the milkman returned at dawn. Daily life in 1956. Britain was built from quiet routines: coal fires, milk deliveries, corner shops, and family evenings. It was a slower world shaped by simple habits and close communities. And the more you look back at it, the more those ordinary moments reveal a fascinating chapter of British life. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell.